All right, so let me do another quick check-in. It's now a few days later, and yeah, I continued creating some smaller sprites because it's just easier, especially for the beginning. I created this guy, this guy. Kind of looks like he has fur, um, and this guy. I think this one looks kind of cool. It's a bit unique. I also tried animating this one. Um, like making it shoot from the eye. Um, and I think it kind of I need to get the hang of like the motion, um, how to make it look smooth. And I think I got that really good with like the charging part, but then the end looks kind of a bit it's a bit janky. And what's also really important that I realized is that you need to make the other parts of the body move. I tried that here, but I kind of failed. I didn't know how to make it move, especially because it's so abstract. I'm not even sure what this is trying to be like the body of it. Yeah, I also wanted to create an animation for this one. First, I made him like blink, just basic like idle animation. And then I tried to make him like what could be an attack for him, and it um, looks a bit weird. It's a bit too much, I guess, for a beginner to like figure out how to make it look good. But it's the first time I tried this like over exaggeration and this kind of this kind of frame where it's just like smear frame, I think is the word for it. Yeah. So what I did today was like try to dip my toes into like making larger stuff that's more like a background. And this is supposed to be like buildings for like a cyberpunk setting. And it was a bit easier because I could find better examples, better references. It's of course not finished. I mean, I would say this one already looks pretty good, um, and this one definitely isn't completely finished. But what I thought about today, like what I wanted to try, is like I'm not good at visual art, but I'm kind of good at programming, and programming is a cool skill because it can make you good at other things. If you manage to be creative, like the creative process is something like fascinating. Because like if you know some form of like creativity, some form of art, like I've been making music for a lot of years and I improved massively over those years. I'm not like an expert or whatever, but like I managed to find out on my own pretty much like how to make music, how to make that form of art, and it kind of gives you the skill of like knowing how to approach other kinds of art, I guess. And with that basic skill and some like programming knowledge, I tried creating something here. Um, and yeah, luckily I knew about like GLSL shaders, and I thought about like I was surprised I couldn't find anything about it, but I'm pretty sure I'm not the first one who had that idea. I'm probably just didn't know what words to put into Google to find it. But like having a shader that's like I always find it annoying, like in some games that have like a pixel aesthetic, but the shader is like continuous and not, shade like pixel art is this has discrete steps, and the shader often doesn't. That's also like what takes away from the shader aesthetic in Minecraft, which I think they showed some form of shader. Wait, let me Google that real quick. Um, they showed some like official shaders, and I think yeah they really try to go with the you know lo-fi aesthetic that the original Minecraft art has. I can't find it, but yeah. So I tried pretty much the same. Like it's a shader, a texture shader, but it runs on the pixels. You know, it's aware of this being a pixel art and that it is only allowed to change the value, um, the color value of one pixel, one full pixel, and not like or like not every pixel on the screen, but only the pixels on the actual art, on the actual. I guess you know what I mean. It's difficult to put into words. Um, and you may notice, like, if you compare these, I also tried giving it, like, dividing it by two, thus giving it, like, the possibility to change half a pixel. If I remove this real quick, then, you know, now it's the normal, just only pixels. And yeah, I gave it a bit of a pulsating effect. I think it looks amazing actually. This is so simple, and it also gives the ability to like break with you know, the palette, because this has like a palette, I think. Yeah, this should be the one I've used. And this like produces colors that aren't on the palette, but it still looks good because it follows very strict rules, kind of. So yeah, what I just did is like I calculated the luminance. This is, by the way, a concept I heard about today for the first time. That like different colors have here. I will open here. Like different colors have different. Like luminance is basically brightness plus human eye. Like it's just how we perceive brightness. Like we perceive different colors as brighter as other colors. So I calculated the luminance and then gave it like a blur effect, which looks at like 6 pixels, a 6 pixel range around the current pixel, and like gets the luminance of that surrounding pixel, and yeah, it adds the color of the surrounding pixel. Like if I have this pixel right here, you know, then it fetches that this pixel has a really bright luminance, so this one like will really trigger. For every other pixel, that this luminance value will be so low that this function will pretty much not really do anything. But it realized like here is a pixel with a lot of luminance, and then the luminance gets like an exponential fade out applied, which is like it's 1, 2, 3, 4 pixels away, say. So it's like I think 2 to the -4 multiplied by that, and then this color added onto it. Like yeah, I'm using this because it was the simplest. Like the just adding the x and y value. An absolute would probably be better, but for some reason it wouldn't work. So yeah, this one was just like the quickest way out. Yeah, what could be improved is like you know, maybe like this. Of course, it's really difficult. It doesn't have awareness, obviously, of like room for some reason. By the way, this like Unity does some shit here. I don't know why. But like it's for some reason not for some reason, sorry. It's not aware, obviously, of the room. Like this, it doesn't make sense that this glow is on here, because this is supposed to be like below it. That is like this face is supposed to be facing like downwards. Yeah, but even though that's not perfect, I think it still looks really, really good. And it's so simple. Like, and we can add the other one. This one is even more distorted. I really don't know what Unity is doing. Especially like it has an sprite importer, but still somehow manages to fucks up. Yeah. So these are white, so it's a lot of luminance. Is really bright. The blur, the glow is really strong on this one. Maybe I need to tone it down a bit. But yeah, that's pretty much my progress. And yeah, I think it's cool. I think I've made some great progress, and I want to like I have this amazing idea for a video game that I want to do, but I figured that right now I probably should start making like a smaller game, which like I have some rough ideas for it, for what I could do. It's not important that it's going to be an amazing game, just like dipping my toes into it, of like creating a fully fledged game, and not just parts, and having like, you know, for now I'm just making pixel art to become better at making pixel art, so I can maybe one day create pixel art for the game that I really want to create. But I think it would be a bit more motivating for me, I think, or it is a bit more motivating for me to have like having the plan of putting this into a smaller game right away. So I feel like there's a reason what I'm creating this art for. Yeah. So that's it for today.